What is going on right now? What's up, everyone, and welcome to the first, and you know what? It wouldn't be right if I did it without him. Kevin,
I am here. I got
here.
it. I got in with 7 seconds to go. Behind the scenes, Zach was on the phone until 1 second to go in the countdown.
I did.
I was like, yeah, we're about to hear Zach's phone call on the stream.
Yes, so thank you everyone for tuning in to Kevin and Zach Reacts. We actually have people tuning in from two separate YouTube channels right now, Kevin. So if you are currently watching on the Ryan Ripken Show media, we start a new channel. We start a new channel to keep this clean. We are currently cross-streaming at the moment just to kind of give people opportunities to go over to the new channel so you don't miss out on any of this. We'll be cross-streaming for, I don't know, probably a week or so, just to give you time. So, Kevin, if you, when you have a chance, can go and put the link to the new channel in the... This was what I was on the phone for. I had a beverage delivery service coming my way. I'm on vacation. If you notice the back wall is different, I'm on vacation.
Well, a certain baseball team seems to still be on vacation too, so you know what? It fits.
Yeah.
All right, so the link to Kevin and Zach React, the new channel. Oh, look at that. Oh, it did it for both. Okay.
Yeah.
So both channels popped up. So right there, you see that's the new channel, got the new logo and everything. We did that huge unveiling this afternoon. Obviously, we wish we were talking to you under better circumstances in terms of Orioles, which we'll talk about. But we really appreciate all the support here, and us being able to move this over to a new channel was the product of how popular this show got within the community of people wanting a place to go after post-game or after games for post-game. And, you know, whether it's venting or celebrating, we have everything. And I know for Laura misses the green name because we don't currently have memberships on the new channel yet. That will come within time. Don't worry. But of course, also be sure to subscribe over on the Ryan Ripken channel for live Monday and Thursday content. So our first goal is road to 1,000 for the new channel. So we're getting there hopefully soon. We already have over 200 subscribers before even doing a stream. So that's been incredible, man. But I know we're not here to just talk about the channel forever. We have a baseball game and a baseball team to talk about, which is currently in shambles.
No. Yeah, I was going to say, it's not, it's unfortunately we have a baseball game. Can we even call that baseball game? Like they had tried to play baseball at times. I don't know how successful they were at playing baseball. You know, it was... I don't know the words.
Yeah. Look, it wasn't good.
I like it. I feel like this is almost how others feel. Like I was sitting here waiting to do this, and I was like, where do we even start? Because obviously you have that just complete defensive meltdown, but then you also sit there and the bats besides Cedric Mullins. Shout out Seti for coming to play. Good for him. But besides that, another tough game offensively.
Yep. Not great. Not great. I mean, this team just needs some semblance of anything at this point. Like, Ryan put it out on Twitter where obviously baseball is a game of three phases: defense, hitting, and pitching. And if your defense can't get going, and you can't make simple routine plays, you know, Ramon and Gunnar with the miscommunication and just everything. Like, this
was my biggest question. Did Westbrook not hit a home run last night?
Yeah. I mean, we're getting to the point here where you got to play your best guys. You got to play your best guys. So,
yeah. And you know what? I do want to talk about this, and I want to shout him out because talk about battling. Talk about just a hell of a job. Also, real quick, Kevin, is my Am I going in and out? Is my internet okay? Because
Yeah, you're good.
all right, I just wanted, because I have not tested this. I thought I should probably do that before I get too deep into it.
No,
Dean
you're-
Kramer battled his ass off today.
Yep.
Dean Kramer deserved a standing ovation because there were so many points where he could have given up. Because even when he was getting good pitches and getting pop-ups, getting ground balls that should have been double plays, his defense was hurting him. They were giving them runs. The defense spotted all 4 of those runs. I think Dean Kramer was charged with one of them, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, he was given 1 earned run, and I'd argue that run shouldn't even be earned. It should have been earned. It went under Ramon's glove. It should have been a double play. So it's those moments where you're just like, man, we needed Kramer today. We needed Kramer. That was, everyone was saying it, like, if there was a day for Kramer to step up, it was today. And what did Kramer do? He stepped up, and the rest of the team didn't. And that's what frustrates me. Is like, we've been waiting for Dean Kramer to do this. Like, you see Dean Kramer, unfortunately, there's one of 2 Dean Kramers you see. There's today, or there's what we've seen a few other times in past recent starts, where it doesn't go well pretty fast, where he doesn't have the command. He starts giving up the long ball too much. But today he was on. And the defense let him down.
Yeah, and again, I mean, we had this exact conversation, like a week and a half ago, where the Orioles were skidding and Dean was on the mound, and we're just like, Dean has to have the game of his life to get this team back on track. And he pitched well in that game, and he does it again here, but his defense lets him down. And I mean, again, it seems like I say this every single time the Orioles starter goes out there. 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned. That's enough to win you a game with this offense. And obviously you can't score a run until the 7th. And Seti was the big RBI guy today. In fact, he was the only RBI guy today. But this is what we're talking about, where we are already in a prolonged slump type deal for this offense. There is a difference between a slump and a trend. And I tried to explain this a little bit last night, where it's like, you have this team that has struggled with runners in scoring position all year. That's a trend, right? That's been a trend. That's been a year-long thing. This Orioles slump has been going on for about 30, 40, 50 games now, however far you want to go back.
I agree. This is
yes, where I had said last night, we're in a territory where, like, we are in a slump, but we are getting into trend territory with this offense.
The O's are fine, Kevin. The O's are fine.
They're okay. Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. They are fine in terms of they need to get into the dance, right? If they get into the dance, they are fine. But in terms of some of their problems, they need to fix those problems. They need to fix their problems.
And you know what? Let's talk about a problem. We all saw out there what happened today with Ramon Urias. The big reason that I think people are questioning, even holding back the whole Kobe Mayo, why he is not in the majors thing, is his defense. If the defense is already going to be doing what they were doing today, does it really matter if the dude adds 1 error every few games? Like, get some offense out there. Get some life out there. When do we see Kobe Mayo? Let's get predictions right now. It's got to be this week. I know maybe it's after the trade deadline. Maybe it's after Tuesday, so maybe you see him Wednesday. But, Kevin, in your opinion, do you have to get Mayo up? Because I think this is non-negotiable now. Unless Kobe Mayo is traded for a star at the deadline, which I wouldn't do at this point, when do you see him coming up?
Yeah, I want to evaluate it after the deadline, because I don't know if you were here for this or not, Zach. When
Kevin, I'm not gonna lie. If you're talking, I can't.
Yeah, you're getting blurry on me. You're getting blurry on me. Can you hear me? Okay, well, I'm just gonna go and he's gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was late. Hello? Okay. Anyway, this is what I was saying last night of like, they have two. If you determine Pache and Arias as expendable, right? If you do that, there is an opportunity, depending on what happens here, to add Mayo to this equation and add just a bat you can trade for somebody. Because to me, is Pache worth the roster spot? Is Arias worth the roster spot? Those are the questions that the Orioles have to answer. In my opinion, I think that if you can get some level of a bat, and again, is this okay? You go out there and trade for the best bat available and you give up a Mayo or you give up a Basayo or Holiday? No, I don't think you're in that territory. But if you get a solid, high average, high contact hitter, because they, again, we talked about it, Zach, they don't need a home run hitter. They have enough of those.
They have enough.
If you get a high average, high contact hitter, plus you bring up Mayo to be another one of your power guys too, that to me, I think is the perfect balance between a veteran addition that helps, a young addition that helps. And you're just, I just think if you pair Arias and Pache together, and then you pair Mayo and a veteran bat together, it's such an upgrade to me. And it's, again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Ramon Arias, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Pache, but this team needs to win. They need to win. And right now, I don't think that those two give you the best shot. They can certainly help, but I don't think they give you the best shot. And this team needs to do things that give them the best shot.
Yeah. So there was a report today. Actually, let me try to find it. I commented on it on Twitter. So hold up, everyone. Un momento. So according to Ken Rosenthal, let me share my screen real fast. Boom. The Baltimore Orioles are not done. They want to add a reliever, preferably left-handed. Tanner Scott. A right-handed hitting outfielder to replace Austin Hayes, and yes, maybe another starting pitcher, according to sources briefed on their plans. So, Kevin, biggest thing I took away from this is that they want a bat, and that makes me happy.
As they should. And I think the Austin Hayes replacement is exactly what they should be going for. Does it have to be a power hitter outfielder? No, it doesn't. Go get a high contact, high average guy. I'm going to scream it from the rooftops and the mountaintops, right?
I'm tired of the home run hitter.
Yeah. I mean, you have so many right now. You want to balance this lineup out a little bit to where, again, you want to get a guy on base, and then one of their 80 million home run hitters can go out there and do it. So that to me is the really big important part of this. Is we know that the Orioles have needs, we know they have issues, but the way that they're playing right now, again, the frustrating part for me is this is not a talent issue. They have talent on this roster. The issue is they're just playing bad baseball. They're playing awful right now, and we can't sugarcoat around that, right? We have to, because again, on this show, what we try to do is be objective. When the team is playing great, they're playing great. We talk about it. When they're not playing great, they're not. We talk
right now. They're playing like shit right now. Let's call it like it is. I want to address this. So this is the old Orioles. The old Orioles, they don't spend money, and they never do. I agree. The Orioles already just ate $18 million of Zach Eflin's. They ate his entire contract next year so that they'd have to give up less in the Rays deal.
Yeah, didn't the Rays keep like one? Didn't they give him like $1 million?
They covered
the trade bonus or whatever.
The trade bonus. If he got traded, they owed him $1 million. They covered that. The Orioles ate $18 million. That the Orioles, your daddy's Orioles didn't do that. So that's where I'm. Kevin, is Tommy Pham an Oriole? Are they going to go Tommy Pham, Eric Fedde package?
That is very realistic, actually, because I know everybody's talking about Robert, but I feel like Pham is just more realistic because he's someone that doesn't have to play every day. Obviously, he can hit for average. You put him in a role like a platoon type deal, and I think he's open to that.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually.
I think, and look, you've been on it. I know Mike's been on it with Tommy Pham as well in terms of what's going on, and it's been a lot of speculation in terms of like what outfielder they could go after. That could be one. Is there any other guy that you feel
not power? Well, not just contact. But I mean, if the Orioles want to say that I've thought about that. Brenton Doyle would not be a bad option at all. He was someone I was gonna kind of bring up lightly. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone in Colorado just scares me solely because it's Colorado, and like so many stats just get inflated out the wazoo there.
Yeah. I do think the outfield question is an interesting one though, because with what you have, how often would you want that guy to play? Like, would it be a platoon role? Would it be an everyday role? Who are you taking games away from and starts away from? They need something, but like, Zach, are you thinking this is a guy that comes in and plays every other day? Is he a guy that plays every fifth day? Like, how would you, depends who it is, obviously, right? But what are you thinking with that? Because are you willing to take at bats away from Heston, at bats away from Seti, from Heston, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah. I think he would be playing less than Austin Hayes, but at the same time, we saw last night. Also, shout out Austin Hayes. I know people won't like to hear this. 1-for-1 in his to start his Phillies career. So got a single.
Okay.
Yeah, got a single and was very emotional about it. He let off a pretty big scream after he hit it. So no, good for him. I am all nothing but love for Hazy. Got a standing ovation at in Philly. But the biggest thing that he's not a contact guy, but the guy I kind of like. This goes against, I'm not going to like him. This kind of goes against everything we just talked about. What if they just make the splash? What if they say we're going for it? And they go for a package of Brent Rooker, Mason Miller. It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you Kerstead, Norby plus
more than that, way more than that.
No. I'm saying Kerstead, Norby, then plus probably an Enrique, but like it's gonna be a haul.
I mean, I'd be pretty shocked if they did. Aren't there reports now Rooker's not getting moved?
But I'm just saying, like, let's put all of it out on the table.
Well, aren't the reports now he's not getting moved for Rooker?
Dude, prospects talk. Yeah, they ain't getting moved for other teams' prospects, but this is the Orioles. I think people don't understand that. And I know Miller is hurt. Doesn't mean he's not getting traded. He has a right pinky fracture on his non-throwing hand. He'll be back in 2 weeks. He'll be back in 2 weeks once he can close his glove again. And I've seen multiple sources saying if he was on a contender, he wouldn't be on the IL.
Fair.
Oh my goch!
Boston, is this our first hate watch? Is this our first hate watch?
Okay, so I think it is because I was already upset. Judge hit a home run, so that's not the. Oh wait, O'Neal doubled. Tyler, you know what? My fantasy team is just battling right now because I have Judge.
You're still fake.
I have no. What's crazy is I have Judge, Devers, and O'Neal here. And O'Neal doubled to hit Devers and Yoshida. And so, like, all my guys are kind of – I love the AL East. I don't think you understand it. Like, when I draft, like, for fantasy and stuff, like, I just know the AL East so well. I will, like, at the end of it, I'll be like, crap, I have way too many AL East players on my team. Because I'll be like, oh, he's so good against lefties like this. But
besides, that's like in fantasy football when like you draft like Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow and like the Steelers defense, and you're like, what's going on? Let's get to a couple of chats here because again, while the new channel is not monetized, obviously the Ryan Ripken Show channel is, so be sure to subscribe both on the new channel, Kevin and Zach Reacts. We unveiled everything. And of course, on the Ryan Ripken Show, we got D Porter checking in. What's up, D Porter? ZB and KO. How you guys not hungover from Pickles time yesterday? Oh, to be young again. I wasn't there. Zach was. Zach was having a time. So
I'm not gonna lie. I did close down a few bars in Fed Hill last night after that loss. That was a tough one.
Typical Bali on the streets behavior.
That was some very underrated part of last night's Bali on the street was the homeless guy walking up to me asking if the Orioles played. And I said, yeah. And he was like, did they win? I said, no. And he goes, damn. And just walked away. And I was like,
absolute
vibe, dude. But yeah, Kevin, actually real fast, midway, kind of not really midway. It's 23 minutes in. just want to remind people we have 133 people currently watching on the Ryan Ripken Show channel. Kevin and Zach Reacts for all post-game shows is moving on to our new channel. Kevin, if you would be so kind to put that link back in the comment section.
I'll do you one better. You know what I'm going to try to do right now as you talk about this? This is going to be a disaster, but we're going to do it anyway.
Okay, so we possibly could see a disaster. But if you want to make sure that you're always up to date with watching these post-game shows, we will be going live every time there's breaking news. Boom, I absolutely love it. So yes, Kevin and Zach React, we are currently cross-streaming on both Kevin and Zach Reacts and the Ryan Ripken Show. So if you're watching on the Ryan Ripken Show, currently cross-streaming on both Kevin and Zach Reacts and the Ryan Ripken Show.
We're going Dreamception.
Currently cross-streaming
on look at this. Oh, look at this.
Kevin and Zach Reacts and the Ryan Ripken Show.
We're going Dreamception.
Currently cross-streaming.
Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
Kevin and Zach Reacts and the Ryan Ripken Show.
We're going Dreamception.
Currently cross-streaming.
Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
Kevin and Zach Reacts.
Oh, this is so good. We're going Dreamception. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is so good. We're going.
I'm getting that off the screen. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. But we would really appreciate it if you're watching on the Ryan Ripken Show. If you move over and go subscribe and watch on the Kevin and Zach React channel. We do this still, like always, after every single Orioles game, every Ravens game, every time a big move is made, anytime news in Major League Baseball, NFL, potentially soon NBA, and just everything we'll be reacting to. So head on over to that one. We will be cross-streaming for probably like a week. You know, we'll go
in that time frame.
Yeah, a week or two. Just kind of giving people time to still make their way over. So we really appreciate everyone if you could go subscribe over there. It also will not impact the Ryan Ripken Show. Yeah, Kevin, if you can just post the link real quick.
Yep. I won't do Streamception again. That was really fun, though.
That was really cool. We will be still with the Ryan Ripken Show. Nothing has changed there. Kevin is currently posting the link in there. So let's go back to the Oriole game. Kevin, are you concerned with Gunnar Henderson? Defense. Nope. Let's just keep it. Are you concerned with Gunnar Henderson?
I mean, I'm not concerned about his talent. I know he's a heck of a player. I'm concerned about the slump he's in and what it's going to take for him to break out of it. Every player goes through slumps, Zach. Weren't we talking beginning of the year about how Aaron Judge was, 1 for his last 30 or whatever it was, and going through his thing. Fun. And now, of course, what happens? Aaron Judge is a really talented player, so guess what? He figured it out. And now he's on fire and has been on fire. So this is not a talent issue for Gunnar. When he gets out of it, he'll get out of it and come back with a vengeance. But the issue is he's in it right now, and it's really bad. And he's not playing well right now.
Brian, I want to talk about this real fast. This is Gunnar Henderson's ball. Was Ramon Urias closest to it? Was he underneath it? Yes. But that's Gunnar Henderson's ball. So in baseball, shortstop has control over everyone in the infield. If the shortstop calls it, he goes and gets it. Whether you think it was his ball, Ramon's ball, Gunnar is calling it, and in that situation, it's Gunnar's ball. So should Gunnar have noticed Ramon's camped underneath it and maybe not called it? Yeah. Maybe if in a perfect world, he notices Ramon's right there, they don't call it. But as soon as Gunnar calls it, you have to back off because that's his ball. And it's just same thing if it was Norby. If it was, now if it was Adley, if there's a pop-up in the middle of the infield, Urias can call off Adley. There are so many different intricacies of who can call off who. If we want to go through it real quick, catcher calls off pitcher. Anyone in the infield calls off the catcher. Shortstop above everyone in the infield. Anyone in the outfield over anyone in the infield. And center fielder has any ball he wants. So that is a quick breakdown of how the calling and tiers work in pop flies and stuff communication. So yes, was it closer to Ramon Urias? 100%. But Gunnar was waving his arms, calling it, so that's his ball.
Yeah. It's just a slump, but it's a prolonged one for
It's a
Gunner.
prolonged. It's in his head.
For Gunner,
Like, let's call it.
He is in his head, and I think the team rubbing off, like, the whole team is struggling. It's rubbing off on everybody. That's rubbing off on different positions, and it's a whole thing here. So Wally asking, first of all, appreciate you, Wally, for the $2. Is this team in trouble, and what are the answers? I don't think they're in trouble in terms of like they're finishing third in the AL East trouble, but I think that if they don't fix their issues, they're not going to win in the playoffs. They're not going to win in the playoffs if they play like this. So are they in trouble in terms of the regular season? Well, it certainly feels like it right now, doesn't it? But I think at the end of the day, as long as they get in the playoffs, we don't care about the regular season as much. Now, if they have a historic collapse here and they don't make the playoffs, that's a whole nother conversation. I personally don't expect it to get there, but if they play the way they're playing right now, I mean, we can just face the music right now, Zach. They're not going to win. They maybe win one game, get swept again. This is not winning baseball right now. They are a talented team. They have talent, but they're not playing like it right now. They're just not in every single aspect outside of your starting pitching. And even your starting pitching has inconsistency. So that's the issue.
I could only imagine what would be said in a locker. Aviator, I know exactly what the O's need. They need a Zach speech. Put the team in the locker room and let 4 spicy water Zach give them a Weaver speech. I'm telling you, I could fire these boys up right now. That's
what I will say is if there is a stretch here, I'm glad it's happening now instead of August, September. The issue is how long is it going to go?
Without a doubt. You know who I feel bad for? You know who we has got to feel awful and just terrified right now? Zach Eflin. Zach Eflin showed up mid-game and just witnessed that defense was playing behind him. He has got to be like, oh, no. I can only imagine. I hope. Do you think Christian Pache starts tomorrow?
I don't think so. Do you think so?
No, but I'm just it's Sunday, and I know Hyder loves. We're talking Sunday punt lineups. Pache is a new.
The word punt lineup should not be in the vocabulary right now. They cannot punt any. They're already punting games right now. That is
true. Everything's a punt lineup.
They're punting games right now.
Eflin just walked up to Elias and was like, actually, I'm fine.
We have Cameron becoming a new member. Appreciate you. Again, this is over on the Ryan. We'll have our own level of memberships eventually as we kind of get things going on the new channel. But Cameron, appreciate you supporting the Ryan Ripken channel, which again, be sure to subscribe over there Monday and Thursday. We go live.
Kevin, you know what? You know who has the best advice in these types of situations? Guys who have been there, done that. So how about we ask Zach Lowther, friend of the program. Zach, appreciate you too.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Baltimore Oriole, Zach Lowther. I think they need a day off and a lot of booze and a show and go. It
cures everything.
Cures everything. This team does feel like they're just in their head.
It is.
And that's what I think that's the biggest thing I see from Gunner specifically. And it's happening more in the field. Is you just see there's that little Gunner plays with a swagger that you're just he just has this confidence at all times that he's going. Right now, it seems like he's a little lackluster, hesitant. You can almost tell that he's not moving the same way. And same with Adley. Ben McDonald was talking about it on the broadcast. There were 2 or 3 pitches that Adley was swinging for that when Adley's on, he's not swinging at all. He would have walked. He would have. And he's just the whole team seems to be pressing offensively. They seem to be pressing defensively. And I just, once again, man, feeling for Dean Kramer because Dean Kramer battled his ass off today and put on a hell of a performance against a very, very, very talented San Diego Padres lineup. And to get rewarded with a loss where you gave up, really, I feel like no earned runs. I know you got credited with 1, but there was a very good argument that he should have given up 0 earned runs or just 0 runs. That sucks, man.
Yeah, I see. I see. We're getting a lot of calls for the stash, including you, Zach.
Dude, I
To
know.
you might have to be the good luck charm here and take one for the team and shave that thing off to make it happen. But I
No,
mean,
so I think it is going to happen if they keep playing this week. Like if it starts getting within the next, if they get swept tomorrow, we'll shave the mustache on live stream.
oh my! See, I want you to shave the stash, but not at the expense of a sweep. Like I want them to win tomorrow. Like
No. But that's what. But like that's if that's the vibes we need to change.
no, I
That's
know, but I'm saying like you shaving your mustache will be such content, but I want them to win more than you putting the content.
Oh yeah, I do too. But like
Yeah.
it's one of those things. Like if they win tomorrow, but then they lose 2 straight. Like if the vibes are still horrible, like the mustaches, one win we already saw in Miami. One win is not. And no, Sam, it's coming off. If they lose tomorrow, if they do that again, mustache is coming off, and everyone is going to sit here and go, "Holy crap! Is Zach 19?"
I don't think we've seen you without him. Have you ever been on the show without a mustache?
Very thin, like close shaven mustache. Actually, I'll have you just for those who I am on vacation actually with my entire family, cousins, all. The first person I saw was my old cousin. We do not say a word. We are literally turn the corner and we see each other. He goes, "Great to see you. That is disgusting what's on your face right now." And then we just kept walking. And I was like, "Great to see you too, Richard."
Oh my god. Yeah. All right. So if there is anything, if they get swept, there will be some level of content, even though obviously we hope they win tomorrow. Adit with the $2. Appreciate you, Adit. Giants closer, Doval or Jorge Soler.
Would love Doval.
You said what?
Would love Doval.
I think that I like that package. I mean, Soler's more of a power hitter. So I guess he doesn't necessarily fit the full mold of what is Soler's average this year? Looking it up quickly. Yeah, he's hitting 231. Yeah, I mean, I would rather get a higher contact hitter than that, but like,
no, well, okay. Adit, love Doval. This is the pure definition of we have Jorge Soler at home. We have too many Jorge Solers right now. Of just Jorge Soler will strike out 9 straight times, but then hit a home run on his 10th at bat. Like we have too many of those guys right now. I would love to have that power to this lineup. It would fire me up, but like it's the same with Rooker. Like we have too many Brent Rookers already. Where it's like when they're hot, they're going off, and Brent Rooker is hot right now, which makes him way more appealing. But it is one of those things where like Tony can do that, Mountcastle can do that. Like you have guys that can go out there and do that.
Yeah. Which, by the way, do we think a vet trade is more or less likely now with Hayes out the door?
I don't think they're done with vets.
With the big league roster, you don't think they're done?
I don't think. All right, let me phrase this. I don't think they're done seeing what's out there. Meaning, I don't think they said, "Okay, Austin Hayes is gone." That was we were only willing to move one veteran. I think if an offer comes for a Mountcastle, I don't think they move Seti now. I don't think you would take 2 outfielders away. The only guy I could really see now is Mountcastle. I could see him getting it, but
yeah,
that would
trading 2 outfielders would be dicey.
Yeah, it gets a little too dicey, especially your best defensive one. Like,
yeah,
that gets really dicey. I love just the thought of in like late games having Cowser in left field and center and Seti in center. Like that's the best lineup we can have out there defensively. And it would take a huge hit because then you're forcing Cowser to be your center fielder, which means either Kerstead, O'Hearn, or Santander. Like that's your other those, or Pache. But then your hitting is taking a hit. So
yeah. Well, here's my question to you and to the chat as well. if they do move off of Mountcastle, would you want that to be for a starter, another reliever,
Has to be a starter.
or an outfielder?
Has to be a starter.
I agree.
I just and this has nothing to do with like what the team needs more. It's just the value of Ryan Mountcastle is like I just you can't just get a middle of the road reliever for a guy like Ryan Mountcastle.
Yeah.
Like his value is too high. So I would like to see them use that.
So like if he was in the Fetty package or one of the
like I would want more than Fetty for Mountcastle.
Yeah. Would you do 1-for-1? Like if that was, would you be okay with it being 1-for-1?
Fetty for Mountcastle?
Like if that was the deal, you'd be disappointed.
Very disappointed.
Yeah.
I would need Mountcastle to return one of the young control, and we would probably get Mountcastle plus a few lower prospects, but I would love to see that in like a trade with the Mariners or something for pitching.
Yeah, the Mariners just keep popping up. Like it seems
like
that.
Literally, as I said it, that's exactly what it was. Miller for Mountie and a prospect.
Mm.
All right, I want to talk. Kevin, do you think we're done? Do you think the season's over? Because I just feel like a lot of that's just kind of the vibes.
No, see,
I don't either.
There two different trains of thought can be true. The Orioles are playing terrible baseball right now. They are playing like a team that will get swept in the playoffs if they continue to play this way. We are just coming up on August right now. There's still time for them to correct the shit, but here's how they correct it. You have to move past your bad trends. Every team has weaknesses. Every team has issues and positions where they're not strong and trends that are bad. But teams that win the World Series find a way to overcome those. Whether it is they get hot for a month in the playoffs, like we saw with Texas, we talk about it all the time. They snuck in there. They were like, all right, let's go on a run. Let's do this thing. And they rattled off an uber impressive run. But if the Orioles play like this in the playoffs, they're not going to win. They're not going to win if the Orioles play like this in the playoffs.
Who represented the National League last year in the World Series?
Diamondbacks.
Who was the last team to get into the play? Not only get in the playoffs, but in a lot of cases, they were like, why are they even trying to go to the playoffs? Like, this team can't win anything. Like, what? Like, okay, the Diamondbacks, if they get in, that's a good story. Then they ran it to the World Series. Get in the dance, people. Get in the dance. I know this team is playing like ass. I know this team is playing like pure crap right now. But if you think there is not enough talent on this team to get hot for 4 weeks in October, run the table and go win it all, I don't know what to tell you. Like this team we saw last year, red hot throughout the entire year. They couldn't miss a beat. Got cold and went one and done in the playoffs. And Kevin, I've said this. How many times have I said this? Last year was all sunshine and rainbows, and then the Orioles got punched in the mouth. This year, it feels like the Orioles are getting punched in the mouth over and over, and this is building their character to when we get to October, they have that we can take this.
Yep.
You know, I would way rather have this year, all the crap we're going through this year as a fan, you know, watching this team, the slumps, the struggles, the errors, the disgusting stuff, get it out of the way now. I'd rather have this season happen and end in a World Series than last year, all sunshine and roses and 1 and out.
Right. And that's the thing. This is. Oh, what inning is it?
I know. I hope people took the over in this game. Jeez. Yeah. It's the second inning.
Oh. Yeah, we'd be here for a while on that hate watch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If we were on a hate watch, this would be bottom second.
Jeez. Yeah. They're
Brian, you know what I'm saying? Brian, this is that is so funny that Aviator said 4 spicy waters because that's how many I am deep right now, and I just gave that speech. So Aviator, I think you
I had a big bottle of well, I didn't have the bottle, but we cracked open this penguin wine. There's a penguin on it. It's a red wine. It has a penguin on it, and it was fine. But the way the Orioles are playing, that big bottle is like it's looking. Yeah, it's a good point.
Maybe this is a Baltimore thing. We can't win when we're up in front. Like maybe that's just it.
And this is the thing too. And you said it, I've said it. This is not a talent issue. They have talent, and hopefully they're going to acquire more talent by the time Tuesday comes along. But they need to just get out of this groove. And again, luckily it's happening now instead of in the playoffs. But you have to get out of it first. Because two things can be true. We can acknowledge that this team has talent. We can also acknowledge that they are playing awful baseball right now and they have to fix it.
I'm going to be honest, Samuel. I don't like. I think the Red Sox are on this really cool, fun stretch. I don't think they. I think the Orioles are going to get out of this right now. I love hating against the Yankees. It has nothing to do with who I think is our biggest threat. I think the Red Sox fall back down to earth. I really do. I just think they're hot. They're a fun team right now, but I'm not necessarily seeing them as winning.
Yeah, well, do we want to go over some of the other trades that happened today? Because Boston did make one.
Yeah,
and Estevez is off
Danny
the board
Jansen,
officially.
right?
So Danny Jansen to the Red Sox, and then Estevez goes to the Phillies. So Estevez off the board for the Orioles, which I know some people did want him. So.
Wait, people wanted Estevez. I thought we were talking Danny Jansen. I was like, who was wanting Danny Jansen? I was like, Kevin, what kind of Twitter? I was like, I didn't realize that people wanted him on the team.
Yeah.
Just Estevez, call me out, Kevin. I wanted Estevez. That was my dream.
Yeah. So Philly having a decent deadline so far with Hayes and Estevez, but
I actually really like the moves they made.
Yeah. I do too. I mean, do you think they make another move before Tuesday, or do you think this is more of a Tuesday thing?
The Orioles?
Yeah, like do you think they make a move on
Sunday? We're going to be live tomorrow, and I was going to say something, but I can't pass this up. D. Porter, man. Dude, talk about getting the vibe back. D. Porter.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, D. Porter.
Vibes. D. Porter delivers. Appreciate you, D. Porter. 10 Ryan Ripken membership.
And then let's just get to the rest of these. Mike, $2. Appreciate you. Do you trust Gunnar more at third or shortstop?
I don't think it matters. I trust him at shortstop.
Yeah, it's a tough stretch, man. Like, I don't think this needs to be a position change type deal, but he just needs to be better. Is what it is. Isaac with $2. Is Ramon Arias useless, or am I being harsh? Yeah, I don't think he's useless.
No, he's a above average. He's a good bench player. Like he's a good.
If you play, I think that there is this infatuation with playing him a lot sometimes, and he shouldn't be playing a lot. Where I think if you use him in the right spots, he's a very effective player. We know that he has helped the team, but I think for Arias, it's like Hayes, right? I think the time is up. Whether they move off of him or not, like remains to be seen. But I think it's not a fit anymore. I think they have enough talent in the minor leagues to bring up a guy that can help more than Arias can right now. It's no disrespect. I just think that the timeline is not what it used to be. And that is kind of my thought on Arias. And then Kyle with the $2. Appreciate you, Kyle. Is Adley ever going to bounce back? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. It's tough right now. I get it. It's tough. He's going through it, but he is too talented not to. So
also, and real quick, I know it's not a super chat, but happy birthday, Trippy. Happy birthday. Have a day.
Oh, I didn't know. All right.
Yeah.
Trippy, happy birthday, man. I didn't realize it was your birthday.
Actually, fun fact. I know I said I closed down the part of the bed last night. I ran into Trippy at like 1 a.m.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so Oh, that is so man. Yeah. Ryan's birthday yesterday, Trippy's birthday today. Man, happy birthday, Trippy.
Yeah, happy birthday. Listen, okay, let's actually for a quick second. If you're new to the channel, if you're watching on the Ryan Ripken Media channel right now, Ryan Ripken Show, this is Kevin and Zach Reacts. We are a part of Ryan Ripken Media, and we are moving over to a new channel to do all post-game stuff.
We're moved now.
Yeah,
We're doing it now.
that's true. We are not moved. Well, I guess we have.
We're in the process of getting it going.
The
But it's
trucks
moving
are
over
taking
there.
the stuff over. We've officially acquired the trucks. They're taking stuff over.
Yes.
So if you would be so kind, Kevin, if you could put that link back in the chat.
Yep, it's going. Yep.
Awesome.
We go.
So the link in the chat right now is to the new YouTube channel where we will be doing all post-game lives from now on. We will be cross-streaming for a little bit. We're actually 22 subscribers away from 300, and we announced this, 6 hours ago? So
literally 6 hours ago.
Literally. So if you would be so kind to right now, if you're watching on the Ryan Ripken Show, go subscribe over there. We will be doing this stuff. We will be cross-streaming like we are right now for the next week or two, probably 2 weeks. And then we will go exclusively on here just to clean up the channel a little bit so people aren't confused what the Ryan Ripken Show is, which we will still be a part of. We will not change our roles there whatsoever. But this is just something that we're doing. So Kevin and Zach Reacts, the first official, secondary show of the Ryan Ripken Media channel. So
excited. We're hoping to branch off into more of those. And of course, with the new channel will come more added perks, I guess, to the show, which does include call-ins. We will be doing live call-ins.
Rick,
Rick, you're amazing, man.
You know what?
Shout out to you, Rick.
Little curse warning. That's real as fuck, Rick. That's real as fuck.
Yeah, it is. But we will have more perks for the show as we move along here.
Real as fuck.
Awesome. But yeah, live call-ins, we're gonna try to get that down as soon as we can for post-game call-ins. We are going to do live watch-alongs, not for every Orioles game, but we're gonna try it for the bigger ones, and then we're gonna try to do it for most, if not all, the Ravens games this season. And we'll have new membership, new intro. So really exciting, really exciting. So appreciate all the support. Be sure to subscribe over on both channels because the Ryan Ripken Show obviously is not going anywhere. We go live Monday and Thursday. And by the way, if you have not heard yet, we're going to do a trade deadline extravaganza on Tuesday from about 2 to 7, 3 to 7 p.m., taking you up and through the deadline.
Fun fact, Christian, I'm not sure if you said this because of this. It is the 11-year anniversary today of David Ortiz smashing that.
Yeah, I think Casey put that in the chat earlier. Brad posted that apparently.
Yeah,
someone posted it. Brad posted it. So
also, once again, only people behave. If we get people coming on here just yelling hate and stuff, and it's okay to hate a team if you hate how they're playing. Personal attacks won't be tolerated. So, just once again, but I'm excited. Yeah. We do need to eventually get a Rocco cooking show.
That you talk about dangerous. That is dangerous. And Calvin, appreciate you for sharing the new link, man. Really appreciate that. Our first goal is 1,000, right? We're at 11,000 on the Ryan Ripken Show right now. It's been a grind to get there. Obviously, it's really fun to start new grinds like this. And first goal is 1,000. So look, already almost 1/7 or 3/10. Sorry, don't know where the heck that came from. 3/10 of the way there. So
Tanner Scott. Doval.
Is Mason Miller available or not?
So that's what I'm saying. Like Doval and I think Miller are better, but I don't think either of them get traded. So like my realistic, who is the best available, who is actively getting shopped. That's all I'll say. Who's actively getting shopped? I'm gonna go with Tanner Scott.
Yeah, I mean, if we assume that Miller and Doval are off the table, then yeah, I'd agree with you. Who do you think is the most realistic option for the Orioles right now?
Tanner Scott.
Doesn't matter position.
Tanner
you think
Scott.
It's Tanner Scott?
Because I want to say it's between Fetty and Tanner Scott. Those both just feel like they're destined to be Orioles.
Now let me ask you a follow-up.
Real fast. Sorry about this. Real fast. Miami is cleaning up this trade deadline. I understand if you look at MLB Pipeline, all the roster breakdowns or the prospect rankings, you're like, oh, they only got these guys. The catcher they got from the Yankees is going to be a stud. That first baseman DH that they got from the Arizona Diamondbacks, you've heard me. De Los Santos Kevin, I've praised this man a million times. He is going to be a star. Like, they've gotten some heavy hitters back. I love what the Marlins are doing this trade deadline. Continue, Kevin.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that my follow-up to your question
Real fast.
is
Unfortunately, Estevez from the Angels just got traded to the Phillies. So,
yep. But to you, who is the highest? Who is the best prospect the Orioles will trade at the deadline?
Kyle Stowers.
I took it right out of my mouth. Kyle Stowers.
Yeah. And put that in the chat. Who is the best prospect you believe the Orioles will trade this deadline? I'm going to say Kyle Stowers. I don't think Norby gets traded now.
I agree.
I would have legitimately, up until a week ago, I was like, so sorry, Norby. I love you. Friend of the show, Connor Norby. I actually have to, me and him still have to plan a day that we play NHL, but that's coming. It's coming. But with the injury to Jorge, it makes me so. It's so hard to get rid of another infielder because I
don't think they can. I don't think they can.
This is interesting. Heston, I'm seeing Basayo as the front runner to get Scooball.
Could be. I feel like if Scooball gets traded, Basayo would be the headliner.
I love this. Stowers would have said Norby until he made that sick play in the first. Yeah.
And Kayla's saying, do we still think Mounty's leaving? I think out of all the vets, he is the most likely to go.
Most likely to leave. So I'll give him.
If they trade a vet, I think it would be Mounty. Now that Hayes is gone. So yeah, we didn't really talk about the game. There's not really a lot to talk about with that.
No, but I think we talked about what's important of what changes need to be made, which I would argue is more important than.
I think it's awesome to see Cowser hitting. Obviously, Heston gets one too.
I love it. Cowser has been.
Wow.
And also, Blake switched over to the main channel to donate to you fellas.
Legend.
Blake. Legend. Man. Absolutely love it.
Appreciate you guys.
God. And the generosity here is just unreal. Samuel gifted 5.
It blows us away every time, guys. I mean, really, we do this and we try to make a space to, everybody gets their opinions, and obviously on the Ryan Ripken show too, just a space for everybody to come together, talk. The community's been amazing, but every time anybody supports, it really does mean the world to us, and can't thank you enough for all the support. So
yeah. It really is. It blows, like you said, Kevin. It blows us away. We do this because we love it. Like we do. Yeah. Even in these sucky moments, like we love this.
For sure.
We love being able to talk to you guys. Like if it was just me and Kevin talking to each other with no chat, I'm telling you, this would be a lot less entertaining. You guys make this so fun.
Jeez.
Kevin, I'm just gonna be real. It would get weird. Like we would have a lot more running down the hallways, I think, because we would run out of things to talk about. The chat keeps us going.
Well, I feel like they would be shorter streams because because this is another reason we love the chat in the community, is because you guys give us
Kevin, I had to deal with something. There was
you were caught in 4K. Everybody saw that.
I know. One time I tried to move and I realized I got the whole.
Well, one time you were like completely off the camera. You were like all the way over here. Yeah. But yeah, everybody.
Thank you. Can we just talk about this? Kevin keeps promising 24-hour stream. I don't know how this is gonna go down. And
I mean, I'm promising you guys are gonna do it.
Samuel again.
Samuel, man, appreciate you. But how is the 24-hour stream gonna go? So here's what I'm thinking. I'll bounce some ideas off of everybody here. How is this gonna go? Probably have to be a weekend, right? So I don't have to record Locked On Ravens unless you want me to like set up the stream on my phone and like just record me recording myself doing Locked On Ravens. But probably on a weekend. Maybe I would watch a movie that chat wanted me to watch. Like obviously because I haven't really seen a lot of movies. Maybe we could pick a movie. Like maybe I'd watch Talladega Nights or something, or a movie that people, maybe 2 movies.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably eat something at some point. Maybe sleep for a little bit.
Yes, it is.
All right, there you go.
We would have to do it on a weekend. We'd have to do it on a weekend that
I would definitely take call-ins. I would definitely hope that everybody else, all the rest of the 4 of you, would hop on at some point.
Kevin, I already said I'm. Could you? Do you think we would just leave you? Like
Maybe.
we
I
would
don't
just
know. Maybe.
text you, be like, "Yo, Kevin, how's the stream going?"
Maybe. Could happen. Casey, I don't know if you're familiar with the stream lore, but I'll educate real quick. People have streams that tier list is a great idea, Connor, by the way. But people have streams where they sleep and they turn their text to speech on, and they sleep and people donate, and it turns your donation into a voice.
What just happened?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I put my mic down, and I accidentally think I put it on escape, and it just my whole thing took me away. I was so confused, and I'm the one who started the stream, so we now know. Even if I start the stream and I leave, it can go on, because I was so scared to just cut the whole stream off, and I was like, "Oh, no."
As long as one of us is in here, it's okay. But
right.
So I would I don't know. I have a couch right next to me here. I would maybe sleep for an hour on the couch and people could donate.
Yeah.
And wake me up with weird sounds or noises. I don't know. Hopefully there'd be an Orioles game that night. And we could do the live watch along on the stream.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. When are we going to get to 2,400 subscribers? I don't know.
Are you talking it hits 2,400 and you are starting this stream for 24 hours?
No. But we would have to get we have to get there soon. I mean, what are we at right now? We're at 290 right now.
Yeah, 290. So 10 away. If you are over on the Ryan Ripken Show watching right now, if you would like to go subscribe to that one, it would be very much appreciated. It would be super cool to hit 300 before we got off.
Yeah, all right. Let's stay on until we hit 300. Here is here's the link. I put it in the chat again for everybody. I see Heather. What do you think about the Jazz Chisholm move? It just felt like the move that was going to happen. It just felt like if he was going to go anywhere, it felt like it was going to be the Yankees.
It was so going to be the Yankees.
But the Marlins didn't really get back a ton of prospects. They didn't. Well, they got back 3, but it's they didn't get back.
Kevin, I just had this whole speech about throw out the prospect rankings. Ramirez, the catcher they got, is a stud. The Yankees fans were disgusted.
I only saw the 2. I didn't see Ramirez was in that.
Yeah, or shoot, did I butcher his name?
Whatever the catcher guy.
Yeah, let me make sure I got this.
Silence is so peaceful sometimes. We do a lot of talking here, but we don't get a lot of opportunities just to stare and be silent.
I know. I'm trying to figure out where was this? Who was the headline? This really should not. Yeah, Agustin Ramirez. Did I say Ramirez? No, I said.
You said Ramirez.
I did say Ramirez. Yeah. Yeah, so Agustin Ramirez. He's the guy.
I didn't know he was in the deal.
Yeah, he's a star. But he's ranked the 20th prospect on the Yankees pipeline. So, Yeah.
Crazy.
Rob, I would love to answer this question. I don't know.
They're just they look so dejected, man. It's really tough to see.
Wait, so someone answers. If you have the Ryan Rip, so you can't see comments coming from other channels? So people watching on Kevin and Zach React can't see the comments left.
I think that's true, actually, because we obviously, because we're in the StreamYard, so we can see every comment put up against each other. But it's, for example, people on YouTube can't see the Twitter comments.
Yeah,
but we can see the Twitter comments.
Interesting. All right.
So I'm
Dude,
sure some people are
I
just like,
love
what?
it. I have dual monitors for both comment sections. You guys, this is
Man,
what I'm talking about. When we say you guys keep us going, like this is. There are people who have both comment sections up, listening to us twice. Like that means the world to us.
We can't tell which. Well, I mean, so for example, we know that Laura this comment is from the new channel because on the old one she's a member.
Yes,
and we can see the green name versus not. So, like you can see,
I didn't even. Yeah, so I know Marcus put this one.
Yeah, from the old channel. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kevin.
Yep.
Kevin, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Dude, there was like a fly over there, and it was. I just swat it real fast.
Yeah, is that you're it's gonna cause you to burp, so out of breath?
Well, I was just scared by it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, like.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, you know what the funny part of it about like the fly conversation? Banksy is actually the personal like fly swatter. He knows what time it is. He sees a fly. I hold him up like a housefly gets on. I hold him up. He locks onto the fly, and he just goes and the issue is he plays with it though, and I'm just like, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. But he is good at it. He is good at the flies. So yeah, Banksy is. I don't know what he's doing right now, to be honest.
Hey, we're five subscribers away from 300. Who wants to be number 300? Who wants to
be number 2400? Let's get to 20. Not ending the stream until we get to 2400.
No.
24-hour stream. No, we're going 240. Honestly, probably more than that hour stream.
JC, unsubscribe. Actually,
don't tell people to unsubscribe.
Oh, she's just over here threatening. So you know.
Wow. Rick Banksy is definitely sleeping right now. I will go out when this is done, and he will be sleeping. So,
honestly, I'm surprised with how well people like. It was bad at first, like people were upset at first, but I feel like overall, vibes weren't too horrible today. Like I thought they were going to be a lot worse, to be honest.
I think people are just done. Like I think people don't have expectations right now. They're playing so poorly. It's like, well, what else can happen? What else can go worse than this? Like I feel like the expectations are just like kind of in the gutter right now. And yeah, that's biohack exactly. I think people are just used to it by now. Like
yeah, it literally like the Orioles losing today was the least surprising thing to happen.
I mean, especially once that Gunnar Arias thing happened, it's just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, is it sad that the Baltimore Orioles, the cardiac comeback kids, as we used to call them, they went down 2-0 in the second inning, and I called it quits? I was like, damn, another L. It's not scoring 2 runs today. Like, I was done. That's what's so sad is like it's gotten to the point when if this team falls behind, it's just it feels like it's over.
Yeah. Which like they have proven to us that they can do it and they can come back, but like they're not doing anything. They're not hitting, they're not pitching, they're not defending. I mean, the starters are. Can you believe that we are saying for a Baltimore Orioles team, the starters are the most consistent part of their season, and they haven't even really been all that consistent recently?
Yeah, like once again, it's the classic Burns, Rodriguez, or nothing happens.
Yeah, although Kramer's had a couple of good ones.
Kramer's had when Kramer shows up, Kramer's been good. Kevin, I'm not gonna lie, I have to plug my computer in.
Yeah, so we do know, just as we're kind of waiting for 300 to trickle in here with 3 away on the new channel.
Yeah, if you want to hear us,
Albert Suarez starting tomorrow.
I'm so scared.
So we know the Suarez magic has started off, then it went away, then it came back, then it went away again. So I think, Zach, we talked about how Burns and Kramer have been in those like save our season situations. Not really, but like save this slump situation. It's Suarez tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Suarez.
Suarez tomorrow.
Go save the season, Bo. Like it we say it facetiously, like as a joke, but if you get swept tomorrow, do you know how horrendous vibes will be? Like, you just can't avoid getting swept. What does Ryan always say? Win series, avoid getting swept. The Orioles aren't winning series, so what's the best next possible solution? Don't get swept. Laura, really appreciate. Subscribe to the new channel. How many away are we from 3?
Appreciate it. I think we're 3 away.
3 away. So we need 3 people to hit.
I'll keep on spamming the link. I'll keep on spamming the link. Or, you know what, Zach? People are rebelling against us because they just want us to stream, and we said we get off when we get 300, and people are just not going to subscribe, so we have to stream for like 2 days.
Kevin, don't tell people that. Someone just unsubscribed. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's probably Casey. You told her to do it.
You know, fair game.
All right, 4 away from 300. The support, though, has been awesome this whole day.
This is also true. Actually, I love this. No chance they lose on Mo Gabbardine.
True. That would be such a letdown.
Kevin, there's an subscribing train going on right now.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I mean, that always happens when we were getting to 10,000, we got to like 9,999, and then like 7 people unsubscribed. And then they just resubscribed again. But yeah, I don't know. What else? Are there any? So first of all, or another point on the new channel, we're also going to have just clips of our reactions. So like we did the Ryan Rickman show, the live streams, and then we're going to have shorter form, just regular videos of our reactions. So if you end up missing a stream or you want a specific topic we talk about over the course of, the 45 minutes, an hour, however long it is, we're going to have those clipped up just like we do on the Ryan show, and just continuing to dive into it. So that's going to be exciting as well. All right. See, now we're back to 297. So
there we go, people. 3 away. We're so
3 away.
There's no way we get swept on Mo Gabbardine. I'm just putting it out there right now.
Yeah.
We did. Wait, did we do our 1 up, 1 down? Well, I guess we kind of did.
No, I mean, we didn't formally do it, but
I'll take Kramer.
Yeah, I think you have to. I mean, I guess if you want to go the RBI machine, you could take SETI.
Yeah, I was assuming whoever didn't would take the other.
All right. Well, then yes, I'll do.
And then can we just both say our 1 down is defense?
Yeah. Although I don't know what you do about Cole right now.
Yeah, it's getting bad there too.
This feels like some of the some magic is walking out the door with some of those guys. But again, if you're relying on guys like Suarez and Irvin to carry you, you're in trouble anyway. And there we go, 300. Man, appreciate everybody.
Appreciate you guys.
Really appreciate it. So again, if you're watching over on the old channel, well, not old channel, but on Ryan Ripken, the Ryan Ripken Media channel, Kevin and Zach Reacts, we have our own channel. We're going to be cross-streaming just to get people over there. And then we're going to just eventually just only do it over there. So if you like what we're doing here, be sure to subscribe over on the new channel, like this video as well. And again, while we're doing it, you can like the video on the Ryan Ripken Show channel as well. But I've got a lot in store coming for you. And I know, Zach, you have a lot of spicy waters to go drink. So
I was going to say, yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up. I'm going to go drink 1,000,000 spicy waters after this horrific game.
Dude, I'll get my penguin wine going. So I'll be.
You do that. You do that, Kevin, please.
Penguin wine. Yep. So when we get the memberships, we'll do more behind the scenes stuff for our members. And, maybe I'll post the penguin wine in the community on just the regular show. So be sure to stay tuned for the penguin wine picture because it is a big bottle of penguin wine.
You know what, Kevin? Congrats to us for
the
first. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed, everyone who's watching, because it really does mean the world to us. 300 subscribers before we even ended our first stream.
Wow. Incredible. Really appreciate the support. We're keeping it going here, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Once we are eligible, once we get to, I think it's 1,000 subscribers, we'll be able to start doing that through YouTube. So yes, be on the lookout for that.
Yep.
And we will
just got to get there first. Yep.
Have all of that. So appreciate all of you. That'll do it for today. The Baltimore Orioles lose once again. but we'll be back at it tomorrow. So, hey, Kevin, who's got better than us?
A lot of teams
Everybody
right
in the
now, but
league.
hopefully nobody soon.